today. So
yeah. This session, the big thing with this session is giving you the reported findings, so you'll be able to kind of see where we're at with our thought process around what you have going on. We're gonna start some treatment and work today, get going on that. Set you up with some things that you can do.
Homework?
Yes,
Nice.
Immediately. Yeah. So this is the goal. You might want to get us chairs, dude. Yeah, so we can kind of sit
put you up here.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then we can kind of go through this together.
I'll grab that other one.
So I let Mike take a crack at your reported findings.
Okay.
I'm gonna do another reported findings for you as well.
Nice.
But I kind of like where he's at, and I'm gonna let him kind of explore where he wants to go with you.
Yeah.
And then I'll also drop in and we'll get some stuff going. So anyway, dude, if you want to slide up here,
I'm jacked up, huh?
you're so fucked, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, there's nothing we can do for
You'd
you.
be surprised how everybody's
I
fucked
should
up.
probably kill myself.
That's what I was gonna say. So phase 1.1, kill yourself.
Yeah.
Phase 1.2, we're gonna start working on your knee.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna be mobilizing you because you're gonna just be like noodled. So
Nice.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Shit.
Cool. So you want to try to take a crack at this?
Sure. Yeah. I don't really know where to start, but yeah, I mean, I can kind of.
You want to? What I think I would like you to try and do is just explain this.
Okay.
And then I'll jump in and interject.
Okay.
And don't worry, this is, once again, this is a safe space.
Safe space.
Yeah,
Right.
you know.
All right, here we'll switch spots.
Yeah, that's what I'm
closer to
thinking.
him. I can use yours. I'll use yours.
Yep.
Here, yeah, right.
And I told him I'm gonna process another report of findings, so that we have kind of two. I didn't want to do the full report of findings until I got the information from his injury history, and I needed to know what side was what and what kind of stuff was going on.
And then you can kind of do a little better.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So I mean, this is what I've gotten from what we went over already. So this is what the model of you that I built off of the first assessment that we did. The posture, the got you on the table, all that. So
Look how pretty it is.
yeah, if you take a look here. The black is from your posture zone, and then this, he calls it maroon. I'm colorblind, so it looks brown to me.
Yeah. It's a burgundy.
Burgundy, yeah. But that's for your supine, you're laying down.
Okay.
So what we got out of here is, we noticed that when you're standing, which is kind of cool to me to see, is when you're standing, you can see that your right shoulder's elevated, your left shoulder depressed, but when you lay down on the table, it kind of offsets, which kind of says, it shows us that under load that something weird is happening.
Okay.
And if you kind of look,
When you say under load, what do you mean? We give him the detail.
Okay, yeah. What I mean by that is so when you're standing, your body under load. So when you're standing and the gravity is loaded on your body, it's causing you to, which most likely is due to the knee, because we noticed down here that you like to shy away from your knee. But also, so yeah, it's showing us that something weird is happening when you're.
No, it also since my right hand is my dominant side.
Yeah.
Ever since I moved to Humboldt for the first 8 years, I was on my hands and knees reaching with a garden hose.
Okay.
Like this, and then now for hours, and then now I use my clippers, so my shoulders raised a lot, doing that. And if I was to take my shirt off and show you my back, like my right back muscles have always been larger than the left side.
Okay.
It's,
that's interesting.
Very noticeable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool to know. And I mean, yeah, a lot of the. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm drawing a blank on the word. From work stress will cause that.
Yeah.
Occupational.
Yeah. I couldn't think of
That's
the
cool,
word.
man. That's exactly what I was about to bring up. So that's a good marker. Yeah, and I'll just elaborate on that. So like, Mike, with the occupational stuff, like, dude, this is something that you're going to be wanting to do correctives for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
To counterbalance, like specific to your occupation, to counterbalance the shit show of being a barber.
Yeah.
I have dentists and hairdressers and barbers are like literally the worst.
Tattooers are, they don't.
I could see that too.
Yeah.
Because
they're bent over all day.
yeah, I would say you're probably like hairdressers and barbers are probably in a better space because it is a little more dynamic, and your fine motor function isn't as demanding. Like, I mean, it is obviously because you're cutting, but it's a lot of this stuff and this stuff. Whereas like with a dentist or a tattoo artist, this is why I see a lot of shoulder, is because they lock their rib cage, they lock their elbow, they lock their shoulder, and then they're doing everything like this. It's this fine motor function. And so it's this like crazy lockdown system.
Damn.
Where basically like they have to not move. So their whole right side or left side is like designed to not move.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
So they're definitely locked up and getting that motion going. And
so what I usually see with like people like hairdressers and barbers is it's more of like a locked rib cage where they're always doing this, like they're always side bent one way, hips offset the other way, and then it's a little more dynamic up here. So the shoulder issues aren't as bad, but the spinal issues aren't very good.
Okay. And so we see that here too. So I was gonna get into this, and so right over here, this is our posture, kind of just how you're standing, how you're moving. This is our range of motion of how you're moving, where you're stuck and whatnot. And so everything you see on here is like what you basically couldn't do, or where low quality is what we saw. So like
motion issues.
Motion issues. There you go. Yeah. And so what we see here is like you see some stuff here. So it's like you got your elevated, where was I going with this? Oh, so you can take a look here in your hips, as for example. So you can see here, we got you hip hiked, right, and over here you can't hip hike right. It's showing it, so it's almost giving us an idea, like, oh, maybe you're stuck in that right hip hike. Same with the lateral side bend left.
Yeah.
We're seeing sort of stuff lining up to what you're saying,
And I'll elaborate on that. So what we're seeing here is you are kind of pinned out in a right hip hike. This is hip flexion here. So in your lower back, you're basically not moving at all.
Okay.
So there's like zero mobility here.
And that's where I
You don't mind if I
slam.
jump?
No, that's fine. Yeah, because I know I'm trying to.
You're doing good, dude.
Yeah.
You're doing really good. Yeah.
I slammed on the left hip
Yeah.
at the show. So
Right.
and then I lean to the right all day
That's
at work.
exactly, and I think that's what we have going on here.
Mhm.
The interesting thing, dude, you're saying you lean to the right all day at work?
No, right now I am leaning on my left leg
Yeah.
because to compensate
Yeah.
over here.
Okay.
And you're right-handed.
Yeah.
So usually, I would actually assume that you probably do lean left more.
Okay.
Because if you're right-handed and you lean right, you're at an extreme mechanical disadvantage to cutting hair.
Yeah.
So you probably, this is what I see with most right-handed hair cutters or barbers, they actually lean here to get them up and over the hair.
That makes sense.
So you're
Yeah.
probably leaning more left, which actually
Yeah.
shows
It shows
the postural
this, yeah.
assessment.
Okay.
And then this is we got this. It's pretty slight, dude, but you can see you got this little left lean going on here, right? And so your body's just conditioned to be there. The interesting thing, and we call this a reverse engineering treatment. So the idea here is you're stuck left, and then when we ask your body to move, it doesn't want to move left. Which is interesting because typically you would see like your body favors moving that way. So what we assume here is that we call it jam. Or basically your spine is stuck there, and so you're here, and then we're like, hey dude, bend over here. And you're like, well, I'm already there. And so what we can do to kind of, and this is the lifelong corrective thing I'm talking about, is we get you away from there, stimulate this tissue over here to then counterbalance your overcontraction of occupational stressors that you have, and then kind of balance your spine out. So like you wake up in the morning, you're like, I know I'm gonna be doing this shit all day again.
Yeah.
So you do these things and never do this side.
Yeah.
And so that kind of creates a balance in your system, whereas like where when you leave work, your body's like, all right, I've kind of worked some of the
Both sides.
right, and then you know, if depending on how crazy you want to get, you finish work and you do like a minute of this, just to elongate this shit that you just contracted for 8 hours, 9 hours straight.
Got it.
And that's gonna really help balance your pelvis out.
Okay.
So that's kind of an interesting thing that we very frequently see, and it follows suit, man. Side bend, drop shoulder, up shoulder. It's a really common pattern that we see in this situation. So that's just wanted to touch on the spinal stuff. So you keep going, Mike.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's kind of where we're at. Like, we really wanted to focus on kind of that your rotation and side bend stuff, translation stuff, because we also noticed that we saw, you know, a slight little, wouldn't call it, I guess we call it little slight scoliosis, mild scoliosis in there when we were doing your thing. So I mean, there's also stuff, spinal translation stuff that we wanted to take a look at. Yeah, and then clearly your knee shows here, you know, you've got really external rotation on both your legs, and here you shows that your hips are stuck, don't really want to move. The tibial rotation was a problem we noticed here on your right knee, and which lines up pretty well with, you know, your injury history and everything going on. So we wanted to kind of work that, free that, get your knee that'll help with knee mobility stuff, everything like that. I mean, that's of all that I really see that's important that we wanted to address for the most part. And then when we come over here to the game plan of kind of what I drove from this and what we kind of want to work on. We've got your fundamental goals. You know, you want to get back to your pain-free bike riding. You want to get snowboarding, skateboarding, all that good stuff again. Right? You said you wanted to run a half marathon at some point.
Yeah.
Get back to all that stuff. So,
and the way I would pose that to them is, hey, I want to make sure that we're on the same page here. And so instead of like saying this is what you want, I usually ask the question like, just to make sure we're covering everything that you want to accomplish with this process. Let me know if I'm missing anything here, or if I'm off on your fundamental objectives and goals. We're seeing that you want to get back to running pain-free. Is that correct? Yeah, okay. And then the bike riding as well, 10 miles in 30 minutes. That's the goal that you're going towards. Check. Snowboarding, skateboarding again. You are currently, or you're not currently right now snowboarding and skateboarding, right?
No.
Okay. And then just the half marathons and running. I did want to ask one question, like as far as like the strength training component goes, are you interested in getting into like higher output powerlifting, or are you more into like functional dynamic strength training?
Mostly functional training, but I do like
deadlifting, bench pressing.
I don't do any deadlifts.
Is it because you're scared to do it, or is it because you don't like to do it?
What I've like gained from all the knowledge I've got, it's that anything that at the squat rack, you know, like doing shit like that just compresses the spine and isn't worth it. Like any squats I do, I just use kettlebells and do goblet squats, because then the load is in front, not directly on my spine.
Is it because you think you'll injure yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we could convince you that that is not true, would you be interested in exploring that?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Because it's one of the best ways to load your spine, actually, and the best way to create adaptations in spinal stability and spinal strength is by loading it. So it's about dosage at this point. Like, I think the thing that people end up not doing appropriately is they load their body too quickly, and then you create spinal compression because the muscles can't actually support the spine, and then you see injury. But if you actually dose this the right way and get people loading their spine with appropriate weight, you can see really amazing changes in the spine as well. So I mean, that's down.
I'm not against it. And again, where it's a mental blockage because I had a herniated disc in my lower spine. So I'm just like, don't even fucking go there.
And this isn't.
And I have been on the squat rack. When I've had paid private trainers,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
and they put it in the routine, and I squat, and I know that I'm super mindful of the posture,
Yeah.
like push off the heels,
Yeah.
and you know, put your butt out, you know, like
It's actually not the way you're supposed to
yeah,
squat.
well, like flat feet, right? You're not supposed to squat off your balls of your feet.
That's also not true.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So different people have different mechanical structures.
Yeah.
And so depending on
Well, like those weightlifting shoes have
Yep.
like an elevated
Yeah,
heel
exactly.
on it,
Yeah.
but you know, whenever I was like doing a squat day, you're not supposed to like squat in hokas.
I would never put somebody in hokas to squat.
Yeah.
The issue with the hokas is actually
It's too
the
soft and squishy.
you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the powerlifting
Like
shoes are
when you squat, isn't it
Just
supposed to be
barefoot.
like feet out like a little wider than shoulder width,
depending on
and then you butt out, you know.
Yeah, it's all body.
And
It's
then-
all personal too.
Yeah, but like, and then you push. I was taught, you know, you're not like trying to like push off your balls or your feet.
you
You're
actually
supposed
what you want to do is you want to have equal pressure through the front and back of your foot.
to- okay.
And the idea behind that is actually you can do this. So if you push through your heel,
Yeah.
you should feel your glutes kick on.
Yeah.
If you push through the front of your foot, you feel like a little more quad, right?
Yeah.
Push through the whole foot. You feel how your whole leg turns on.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what you want. So people that condition and train people to only drive through the heels, you're basically asking half of your leg muscle to do the
Okay.
work, which is
Interesting. Yeah.
we're not going to see a whole stable leg.
Yeah.
So anyway, that
P floor is a big thing too when you're getting in there. Having your stable P floor and
Yep.
engaging that'll help you
getting
get
your
through.
getting your taint right.
Getting your taint
right.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Another thing too I wanted to address that we didn't over here is we don't it's because it's not really on here is we've noticed with your breathing. We noticed that when you're inhaling,
It's backwards.
you're inhaling, yeah,
Yep.
you're coming in instead of expanding like you should. So it
Yeah.
shows us that your diaphragm's not working how it should.
And to piggyback off of that, we're seeing that here with all this frozen lumbar spine action, because your diaphragm isn't moving appropriately. That's, I would say, I'm gonna say 80% sure that that's why your lumbar spine isn't moving. So when your
Stop.
diaphragm freezes, your spine.
You asked me to do the breathing exercise on my back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like right now, when I do it, I can feel my belly going out.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah.
but I'm also mindfully doing it.
Right, and that's the thing is, I mean, there's this like, you know, you've heard of like the 4 phases of competency. Okay, so there's unconscious incompetence, meaning I don't even know I'm doing it wrong, and then there's conscious incompetence. Oh, these guys told me my diaphragm isn't moving, and then there's conscious competence, which is like kind of what you're doing now, which is like, okay, it's doing it.
Yeah.
That's good, and this is kind of want you to do the thing and be aware that you're doing the thing, and then
Yeah.
eventually you condition somebody to become unconsciously competent, where
Okay.
your body's just going, yeah, when I breathe, I can breathe through my diaphragm, and so that's the idea with this. Like,
Cool.
pretty much every single phase of this, with every single joint system that we're going to be tapping into, you'll see on the table. I'm going to be like, do the thing, and you're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And then we're going to be like, look, it's not doing it, and then we're going to be like, can you do it? And you're like, no, and then I'm like, well, push here, and you're like, oh. Conscious competence. Okay, I know. Okay, well, let's do that a bunch. And then you get back in next week, and I'm like, hey, rotate your thing out. And then you're like, duh. And then we're like, why was this so hard? And that's the whole control-based training that we're
Okay.
going to be starting with.
Sick.
Yep, it's awesome. Cool. Let me just drop in. So, yeah. So the big things here, like the way we like to look at this is like hot spots in your system. So. I mean, you can see that right leg is a hot spot, right? Like that thing is cooking, dude. There's so much going on there. There's a little action going on in this left knee. It's not super concerning. This is a big dog. And then, and really, I just like to like look at the colors, right? It's like, where's the big blob of color in your body? So your pelvis, massive, dude. There's a bunch of instability going on there, or a bunch of range of motion issues. Then we see this next hot spot, which is your spine. The stuck side bend, So it's like right leg, pelvic control issue, reverse engineer your spine. Then we go up to the torso, and it's like there's definitely some jamming going on. This might clear with some of the shoulder complex issues. And then we go and we see this big, loud right shoulder. That's another hot spot. And then we see some neck action happening as well. And so we'll kind of explore that and see where that goes as well. And so these are kind of the big highlighted areas of your system that we'll be addressing with this mechanical stuff.
And that's how we take a look at it, and we're just like, okay, now we know
what we need to work on.
what we need to work
That's
on.
cool.
And it's nice too, because like you were saying, like when you go back and forth, things line up. You know what I mean? When you're
We
looking
like that.
and
like that.
it makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Do you have any questions for us?
I don't think so.
Not right now?
Not at the moment.
Feel free, hammer questions as much as you want. This is the purpose of what we're doing is to educate you.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's to get you better and make you move better, but it's like the teach someone to fish situation. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
we want you to know exactly what's going on with your body and how to address it and how to work it to make it better. And so,
Cool.
you know, I always say this to people, it's like, my goal is to make you more knowledgeable than the personal trainer at Health Sport.
Yeah.
And so that's, or any health club, but, let's see, I think,
Would you go over because we got some of these screens? Would you go over some of those?
yeah, I
Or
would give
just,
them
like
our
an
rationale.
idea?
Yep,
And then-
definitely.
And then you were to talk about, we have the folder too that we normally.
The Muscle Health Journal, I'm actually working on building that app right now, so
So we're
we
just-
bailed on that for now. Unless somebody like really needs the accountability component, I know he's pretty driven and motivated, so I
Yeah.
don't think we need that for
Really,
the situation.
And so I was asking about this right here, these screens.
Yeah.
Screen rationale. So these are stuff that we can do, tests and stuff screens that we can do to find more instability and stability in your system. So like right here, this is the cervical effect screening. We just kind of we saw some stuff up there in your neck and your capital extension, stuff like that. That would help expose some of that. And we say you got their glossary, tongue, TMJ, jaw, respiratory for your diaphragm. Get that moving. HI, that's our, stability, moving spinal screen out there. P4 gets you everyone needs P4. That's something that we do with almost everybody. And then the CPG, just, get your gait cycle corrected and stuff with that with your meniscus and your surgery and all that. And so that's rationale for all that to really.
Cool.
And I'll explain this a little more in detail here. So the cervical effect screen is something that we do when we have a suspicion that your neck might be contributing to motor function breakdown throughout the rest of your body. So you think about like the head as your control center, and the neck is kind of like, if you think about the head as like the water source, and then the neck is the hose, and the spinal cord is the hose, and it's kind of watering and nourishing the rest of your body. And so if there's kinking in the neck or kinking of the hose, it can actually hinder feed or communication downstream to the rest of your body.
Yeah.
And so what we do here is we actually explore how your neck might be creating dysfunction downstream to the rest of your body. We see this pretty regularly. It's just crazy. Glossopharyngeal and the TMJ. The rationale behind this is that you have had TMJ stuff in the past, so it's good to just sure that up, check it, make sure nothing weird's going on. Might cover the diaphragm well. The HI screen, I think the big reason I want to explore this with you is because of your occupational position that you're always in. So I'd like to see if there are certain positions of your body where your system is just like, fuck no, I don't want to go there, and then we can start working on giving you some stuff to do so that you can kind of reverse engineer some of that breakdown or that overcomp patterning that you have. Okay.
I like that HI screening because it does expose.
It does, yeah, big time. The CPG, this gait cycle thing he was talking about, the deal here with this is that your gait pattern has been hindered for a long time because of the meniscal injury.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we can actually do is explore your ambulation or your ability to have clean symmetrical gait patterning. And so we actually look at how your gait is functioning from a symmetry standpoint. And so like what you'll see with somebody who has like a meniscal injury or some kind of knee injury is like they'll do a walk like this where they'll like step, take off weight quick, step, take off weight quick, step, take off weight quick. And so what happens there is that hinders not only the leg thing, but the spine thing and the arm thing. So like if I'm here, get off weight quick,
And then
I'm
feet,
never,
so you're not getting that full.
you're not getting the full movement from the feet, and then you're also not getting a full swing the other direction. And so that can really break down a lot of stuff. The problem with having a hindered gait cycle, I've seen this a lot with treatment on people, is you'll see like something on the table and we'll work on it 1 week and then they leave and they come back and then it comes back again. And I'm like, why the fuck is this continuously not getting better? And it's because of the faulty motor patterning when they walk. Because we walk like a ton, right? So that's one of the things that I see is like, if we fix that gait pattern issue, then the thing that we keep seeing on the table sometimes clears out because there's not that negative reinforcement of motor output.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it.
Okay. I think we're ready to rock. So basically, the goal for this appointment is to get flow down. So how we're doing this, what we do, we check in every appointment. How you doing? How'd the homework go? We don't have any homework yet except for the breathing thing. So we'll check on that. Get you on the table. We're going to check that SARS assessment, that push thing that we did initially. You can see we didn't get very far. So one of our big goals is to just be able to get through this, just boom, 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 rapid fire. This is a very good indicator of systemic and global stability. So basically how your whole body is functioning and doing in a snapshot on the table. And so the more high quality tests that we get here, the more we can kind of say, yeah, I think your body is getting more stable as we go. So this is like another like micro assessment in our big systemic thing that we're trying to do here. And we want to see this getting better as we go.
Perfect. Yeah. And then honestly, like seeing this excites me because now I have somewhere like now we can see the progress, you know, and now when we start working and your SARS gets better and better every week. And, and you'll see the progress more. Whereas like we know his mom's got some issues and when she comes in, her SARS is solid every time.
Because I've built my mom out, but she's got some like crazy mechanical shit going on that we're working on. Last thing, so you know, at some point we'll recheck your posture, we'll see how that's going, and then we'll be tuning into this very regularly if it's still feeling like there's range of motion issues there. So that's kind of what we do is we'll work on some stuff for a few weeks, check back in with this assessment, go, okay, what's getting better, what's not, and then the big thing is we're looking for the stuff that's not getting better. Because that's the big red flag stuff. I mean, a lot of this stuff is going to clear with just a few little things, but the big things are the things that just stay stubborn, and that's what we're going to be hammering this whole time.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, sweet man. No questions? Good to go?
No.
Okay. So we're going to start with the SARS assessment. So we're going to have you pop your shoes off, lay on the table, and what's that?
It's like get comfy.
Get comfy for 2 seconds. Start yarding.
I have not been getting a lot of sleep lately, boys.
Really? Yeah. Like sleeping bad or having too much fun?
Having too much fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that.
Well, that's your own doing, my friend.
I've just been sleeping like shit.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, we're gonna do the SARS. Remember, I'm just gonna ask you to bring your leg out, well, whichever I ask, but for this, bring your leg out, and I'll give you a cadence, a cadence of I'm gonna push you this way, that way, ready, go, and then we'll do it. All right, so we're ready. I'm gonna take your left leg first. Can you bring it out towards the door? I'm gonna push you straight back this way. I want you to hold it. Ready, go. All right, I like that. I'm gonna do it one more time. Try to hold it here. Ready, go. Like you kind of jumped the gun. So
you're not pushing.
No, I'm kind of just
I'm
meeting him, but he's to get him not to jump the gun. What's the cue I should say? So
yeah,
it's just like
1, 2, go. Or
no, just ready, go.
Yeah,
just
okay.
You know, if he's hot to trot, it's okay. I mean, look, let me check it one time.
Yeah.
Bring this leg back in. Bring it
I
out.
feel like he was getting a little excited.
Yeah. Keep your leg left, ready, go.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know, it feels great.
Yeah.
I think just, it's kind of interesting, man, like it's 2 systems testing, so if you're ramped, they'll ramp.
Bill ramp, right.
So like, you really like, when you're doing this stuff, I'm just like, just really trying to create a noodle response in my body so that they don't sense me getting ramped up.
Slide this leg out, straight out. All right, I'm gonna try to push you back towards your other leg. Hold it here, ready, go.
And like the wordage too, like so what you just said is I'm gonna try and push you back towards your
right.
other
I'm
leg.
not pushing.
So like bring this leg out, push towards the door, ready, go.
Okay.
Bring
I see
that
what
leg
you're
out, push towards the end.
Push
ready,
towards the desk.
ready to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I like that one. Go ahead and rotate your foot in. This foot in and up and out for me. Up this way. Up and out. Was that?
Let me bring it back down.
Bring it back down. You like how that felt? So that's so we do that like that. Just kind of get you an idea of where your leg's gonna go before I do the test.
Yeah.
So it's not like and
Try and go up and out towards like the corner of the ceiling there. Yeah, there
like
you go.
that.
And then back down.
Back
Nice,
down.
dude. That's kind of
okay.
the
That's the
motion
motion we're looking for. All right, go ahead and do that. Rotate in, up and out, please. I'm gonna try to. So
Bring
I'm
it
not.
back down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
so
got
I'm
it.
not. I'm not pushing.
Yeah, so
I need to stop.
well,
Get away
I mean,
from that.
that's okay. Or, you know, like I said, I can push you towards your other foot. But what I would say is rotate in, lift
So
up and
keep
out.
your leg up.
Keep it up and out. Ready, go.
Yeah, that's what, keep it up and out.
Yeah, right. Just and with these tests, people that haven't done that motion very often,
Yeah.
that's fatiguing for them.
Right.
So you don't want to like, I mean, like you don't want to get somebody here and like have them there, and then be like, and then I'm gonna have you. Okay, so keep it there. Like they're already cooked,
they're already
right?
cooked.
So you just want to boom, rotate in, lift up and out, keep it up and out. Ready to go.
How'd that one feel on you? Just,
It was it was squishy.
I
Yeah.
could definitely feel a little pinch in the injury from the stage
Okay.
diving
Okay.
area, and also tightness in my hip.
Yep.
all right, let's do this one here. Rotate in, up and out.
Be careful on that one.
All right, keep it up and out. Ready, go. Yeah, that's
Squishy too. Okay,
so it's
cool.
bilateral
Yeah.
right there again.
So we had the cool thing is we had the SARS-1 is clear again. So under conditions of non-fatigue, he's good to go with that first one,
Yeah.
which is awesome. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. I'll mark some of this stuff, dude.
You got some.
Yeah, I'll or you already know.
I just started doing that,
that's-
but you can go.
No, that's good, man. That's perfect.
You go ahead.
No, you should probably work on writing this stuff actually.
I'm trying to get in the flow of doing it and
Yeah,
writing
no,
at the same time.
that's good, man.
Cool. All right. So remember, we explained. So if we get a bilateral low quality on each side, we stop with the SARS and we'll move on to the next. And so that's going to be your goal, is to get past this.
Okay.
This hip internal rotation, hip abduction, abduction. So yeah, that'll be a goal to get past. But yeah, so now we're going to move on to some quality range of motion stuff and see if we can't get a little idea of where we're going from here. So you were doing some of the diaphragm stuff these past couple weeks at home, practicing your breathing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. No.
You weren't
No,
doing
I
it.
didn't. I was not advised to.
No, we didn't tell
No,
him
that's
to.
fine. Yeah, we didn't tell him to. It sounded like you were just doing it on your own. I thought that's what you had said, but I guess
Were you not doing
I
that?
misunderstood.
Me?
Yeah, because I thought you just mentioned you were.
No,
That's what
like,
I
what I
thought.
mentioned right there was that when I'm sitting down right now in
Okay.
this moment.
Your head or anything, dude? Or you...
And we did have.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you feel like you want something back there for your neck, we can definitely do that too. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Sweet. So.
Yeah. So then, I mean, I guess I would say we start with just seeing how he's breathing,
Yeah.
right? Just kind of. Go ahead. Okay.
And
So
now that I'm being mindful of it, yeah. Like
yeah, I mean
can-
that's fine. Yeah. Do you mind taking off your sweatshirt for me for a second, just so I can kind of see
Yeah.
a little
I
bit?
was wondering if this thing was too thick.
I like that thing, dude.
It's super nice. It's good. I noticed it like right
Yeah,
when I
bro,
walked
that thing's
in.
spicy. I'll get that for you.
Carhartt fleece, dude, with
Let's
the
go.
Carhartt hat, bro.
Yeah.
Those fucking Carhartt hats that they just released, dude.
The
Fucking
green bag?
dope.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
That's tight.
That's a Carhartt hat?
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
Can I have you just take a deep breath in? Just do that a couple times. Just kind of breathe in and out.
So what's interesting, keep going. What's interesting is when his spine isn't loaded, he's got this pretty good.
It looks good, yeah.
So it'd be interesting to
The
see.
last time when you guys
Which
told
one?
me to take a deep breath, it was like I was doing like a stretch, like
Yeah.
and like sucking in. But
Yeah.
yeah, like if I'm meditating,
You can tap into this.
I can tap into this. Yeah.
Mind if I touch your belly?
Please do.
So I was gonna say, would you have him kind of maybe stand up to see how he does it?
Yeah.
Just
I'm,
because that's
I'm
how-
actually curious. Like he's getting a lot of
It
good.
looks fine,
Yeah.
yeah. Here.
Sweet, man. Can we have you sit up at the edge of the table and try this too? So that's where it changes, right? Do you notice the difference there? No? Okay. So do a few more of those. I'll go hand on your belly here. So the thing that's different about, you mind if I?
Go ahead, yeah, no, I want to hear what you're seeing too.
Yeah, and typically, I mean, with this kind of stuff, dude, like when I'm first starting with somebody, because I don't really know how to like match, I'm still learning how to match their energy.
Right.
I usually keep my voice pretty quiet. I'm like very like meh, like kind of not bland, but like just very like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Because yeah, it's like I heard this with one of the other guys, like getting kind of here and talking like this, and it gets kind of like the whole session gets like amped and like going.
Yeah.
So you want to, I mean, this is like a lot going on. You want to keep them kind of in this like, all right, we're just like checking some shit out, figuring this out, like what's going on. So just some things to be mindful of there. What I'm noticing here is already, and so what's happening here is your diaphragm is already pooched, and so then you're going, uh-oh, I need to get up here.
Yeah.
So check this out, man. Take a breath in. Okay, so now we're up here, right?
Yeah.
This is neutral.
Okay.
Rest.
Yeah.
That is extremely flexed, and you're actually protruding your vertebrae out into my hand here. And so what we want to do, and I think what's going on with him, is we actually need to, instead of conditioning his diaphragm to move, we need to start conditioning him to breathe in a new position. And so we'll kind of jump the diaphragm breath.
Yeah. Because
we can't really tap into that until we start driving some T-spine extension. So I'm gonna give you some feels here, and I'm gonna have you play with this for a second, okay?
You're just doing the.
So, yep, so breathe in. Are you okay there? Is that lighting anything up? Like anything back here, like in a negative way?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so breathe in again. And we're doing nose breath in, mouth breath out. Nose breath in. Okay, so now check this out. If you can, stay up here.
Mm-hmm.
And now, breathe in through your diaphragm. And then rest out through your diaphragm, but stay up. Diaphragm, belly breath in. And then mouth breath out. Belly breath in. There you go, dude. I'm gonna have you put your hand here just so you can track that too. And I like to put one hand up here as well. So go hand here and then hand down here. And then pop, kind of like pop belly breath in. There you go, dude. So this is kind of what we're looking for from a breath pattern standpoint. And Mike, what this is gonna do is this is gonna get you more here, which is gonna, you know how we saw your shoulders were kind of tipped forward?
Mm-hmm.
Look what's going on here with my shoulders versus here with my shoulders. So that actually drops them into a really nice pocket, and then we have a lot more mobility out of our shoulders.
And even going more upstream, I noticed too, your head's a lot less flexed.
Exactly, which is kind of one of those big things that we want to try and work with you, is getting you away from here and getting you more up here. So it might not actually be a neck thing, it might be your T-spine is kind of getting you stuck there.
Right.
Okay.
So this is a really easy thing to do. You're gonna start by just getting that big, like long breath in, like you know how to do, and then working down here, but staying up here. That's beautiful. Is that pretty easy to do now that we've kind of queued you up on it?
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah. I've actually gone to a structural integration therapist before.
The PRI?
I don't know.
Postural Restoration Institute, or no, it's something different than
something
that.
different,
Okay.
I think. But yeah, when I would come in, he would take pictures. I should show you these pictures before I go. I'm like standing there like this. It looks like I have a gut. My shoulders. And then he like elongates like an hour and a half session. After that, I'm standing, and I actually like my natural position is back to this.
So we'll the beautiful thing about training posture with breath training is it's so effective at kind of solidifying those connections for the body to like understand where to be. The big thing is breath is automatic. It's like one of two things that's autonomic in our system. We have our heartbeat and we have breath. And those are the two things we don't really think about. So training your system in new posture with breathing is really helpful because your brain goes, oh, I should be able to breathe there. Instead of, you know, what happens is we're breathing where we know how to breathe. Right, so our body's like, yeah, I know how to breathe here. I'm gonna stay breathing here, and then we're like, whoa, hey, also, you can breathe here, and then your brain's like, oh shit, I can actually get air in here. This is kind of nice, and so so it's a great way to train posture.
Okay, cool.
So this is one homework we're gonna set up. I don't think I want to set this up on your back because you're good at it. So I want to set it up here, and basically what we'll do is check in here next time and go, hey, how you doing? How you breathing here? I think we'll just keep it at this today. We're not going to do any max breathing.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to ask if you wanted to go there at all.
Yeah, no, we're just going to stick here. Let's do a few more rounds of this, and then we'll keep rolling, and we'll get into some of the, either the knee or the spine. We're actually, we got around 5 minutes. Time flies.
Yeah.
These sessions go quick, dude.
But that's also the part with this ROF. Like, we were trying to explaining things, and that took a little bit of time. But then now all these sessions are just gonna be we get in, and now we're working. The first few are just kind of us getting you to understand your body and what we're seeing of your body, and then now now it's game time. How does it feel to you?
There you go.
Unnatural.
Yep. That's what we would expect. Think about like smelling a nice flower. Or like some nose beers from back in the day.
Yeah. I like it.
That's what I'm looking for. Feel how that creates a firmness about that? That's what I'm looking for there. And then the out breath, for now with you, we call it a reflexive breath. So it's like you're not pushing the air out, the air's just going out. So there's a pressure gradient situation here. So like when you're here, there's a higher pressure in your belly when you breathe in. And so when you relax and let the air come out, it just comes out versus, so that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so it's just,
okay.
See how your belly isn't like, I want to get back down and forward.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. And what I see with this is when people start tapping into this, their voice actually gets a little deeper.
Really?
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting for you to see that though. I'm telling you, man.
Is it like a more oxygen thing?
No, you get like, so if I'm talking from my chest and up here, this is what it sounds like. When I'm talking from my diaphragm, it sounds like this.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because you're able to project more. Yeah. Perfect.
Cool.
And so what this does is puts them in a set condition of being here versus being here.
Being here, right. Yeah. Being super flexed at the hips.
And it normalizes this pattern process. It's getting a little more normal, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Is it?
Oh, no, I saw in my reflection that my chain wasn't there. I was like, did my fucking chain fall?
Gotcha.
No, I was just laying on my back. I was a little bit of a panic. I was like, fuck. That's what that was. Because I was like, I put it on this morning.
Yeah.
It's out on the sidewalk somewhere.
Fuck.
Cool.
So what would you say, do this for like a minute, a few times a day, or?
Yeah, I'd say like in the morning, wake up, do 2 minutes of this. And then, you know, if you have time to like do some mindful shit in the middle of your day, do it. But
especially like when I'm sitting in the sauna.
Exactly. Dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sauna's perfect for that too because it helps. That's why I love doing my breathing stuff in the sauna.
And then, if you're trying to calm yourself at night, this is a great way to do it. So,
Yeah.
so this type of breath training is down regulatory. So it's going to calm your system down, chill you out, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some more up regulatory breathing, which is going to be used a little bit more for like athletic training, weightlifting, powerlifting, all the stuff that you're going to be doing. So we'll be educating you on a few different ways to leverage breath when you're doing different stuff.
Sick.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to have you lay on your back again. I'm curious, let's check SARS-2 again.
Okay. So kind of see where we're at now.
Yeah, I mean, now that we got some spinal mobility.
Yeah,
happening.
let's see. We'll do SARS again one time and see if we cleared anything out. So go ahead and take this left leg, bring it out towards the door for me.
Well, we're just
gonna start on the internal abduction.
Just check it just to see if anything changed.
So can you rotate your left foot in for me, and can you bring it up and out?
Ready?
Perfect. All right, ready, go. No, still.
Okay.
It's a low quality. Would you check this one
Yep.
too?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, go ahead and rotate in, up and out. Hold it here. Ready, go. No.
Squishy. Okay.
Squishy.
Cool.
Okay.
No big deal.
So no
Well,
big
when
deal
people
there.
are dialed, it just like a rock.
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You want
It'll
to?
literally.
Do you want to feel? Or do you? Yeah. I mean, when we finish
When we're
today,
done
I'll
here.
hop on the table. You can feel what that feels like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then maybe then what would you?
Sample is
Let's see,
neat.
sample
I
is-
think I'm gonna do some sampling here
Go
just
ahead.
to make sure that
Just
yeah.
I was gonna say. No, go ahead.
Yeah. What are you gonna? No, go
That's
for
because
it.
I was thinking just kind of move downstream and do like sort of some hip stuff, but if like me.
I want to get him going on. I want to get him going on some stuff that's gonna wake up his hamstring.
Okay.
I know that you jumped here for that, but we need to get on this quicker.
Yeah, I just because I
No, it's all good.
I wasn't sure if that
You're-
was an importance thing more than the spine.
We're getting his spine going. I think his pelvic floor is a
Okay.
big situation that we're gonna work on next time.
Yeah.
But I think just giving him like the breathing thing for now. Maybe we give him the pelvic floor. I don't know.
And then just getting that hammy
Yeah, we're
fire.
running out of time here.
That's fine.
How are you doing? Like, do you have like a few extra minutes, or do you need to get out of here like on the dot 9:30?
Maybe like 5 more minutes.
That's
That's perfect. That's fine.
good. Okay, bend this knee. Lift your leg up. You okay there?
Yeah.
Everything
No, what's
feels good?
awesome, dude, is like I can bring it pretty high up.
That's wicked. Okay, so I'm gonna have you lift your leg up, and then I'm just gonna do that check on the hamstring to see if you have some control. I'm not playing the like, I'm gonna get on you game. I just want to see if you can give me a little resistance. Okay, so
Okay.
don't yard on it or anything.
Okay.
Okay, so just give me a little pull into my hand here, pulling your heel down. That's great. How'd that feel?
Good.
Cool. And then same thing again. Okay, I like that, man. That's
Is there a little bit of activation going on?
It did
Yeah,
feel-
I started
Way
hamstring
more.
curls on the machine.
Oh, it's a
and
lot.
I
so-
felt that actually.
It's a lot.
fire
And I
on.
was checking my hamstring when I do this, you know?
Yeah.
It's very lightweight now. Like
Keep it
Okay.
lightweight.
Yeah.
Keep it lightweight. And that's awesome, dude.
So you were thinking about it when you left the other day
yeah.
or last week. Or
Okay,
other
so pull your heel into my hand here again. And rest. Okay. And then what I'm gonna have you do is pull your heel with some resistance. So I'm just gonna give you a little bit of resistance,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have you pull your heel towards your butt slowly.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready, go for it. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay, rest. Try not to ramp, like don't pull harder, just
Okay.
kind of consistent.
Okay.
Go again.
Yes, sir.
Rest, okay. So yeah, we're getting him to about, I'd say a little past 90 with a myo.
with the mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's good. So this is the interesting thing about testing control versus like testing end range and just pulling on somebody is when we're testing under loaded conditions through the range, the body kind of responds different to the shortening of the tissue. So I can kind of feel, we'll go one more time here. Pull your heel again towards your butt. Like it feels good, good, good. And then it starts getting a little jumpy. Keep going.
And yeah, when I do these, dude, my leg is trembling.
Yeah.
It's like an electric current.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Go again there. It's like right about there, it starts getting a little jumpy. So at about, you can feel that too. It's like nice.
Right around 90, right?
Mind if I pop your sock off?
Go for it.
Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do, so he's got, the cool thing is we basically like jumped a step here. He's got the hamstring activation, it feels good. Really what we need to start doing is conditioning that hamstring to get him in a more shortened position.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna have you do here is just go foot off the gas. Yeah, and maybe like a little less than that. You got pretty good range of motion there. Then I'm gonna have you just dig your heel very gently into the table. How's that feel?
Good.
Feel how your hamstring kicks on there?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna have you keep that into the table and just gently drag your heel with a little bit of resistance into the table and backwards. And rest. Go again.
That's good.
Go again. Rest.
The hamstring curl you didn't know you needed.
Go again.
I like this.
Better?
It is?
You feel that?
Mm-mm.
Go again. When I say better, I mean not as twitchy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You feel
It's
that?
a lot more smooth. You're not.
Yeah.
Because right at that
1 or 2
90,
more.
you're getting where it's like a little jumpy for sure.
You getting tired?
Mm-mm.
Hamstring wise.
I can feel it working.
Okay. Not getting cooked though.
No.
Okay, take a break there. Nice. Okay. Let it rest for a second. Recheck that.
We check the.
Just the ability for him to myo in that position. Well, we got tib internal, hip. What's the issue? Okay, I'm gonna have you lift your leg up. You okay there?
Yeah.
Bring your heel towards your butt. About, okay, so a little past 90 before it starts getting that chatter. Bend this knee again. And then I'm gonna have you go foot up. Point your foot left. And then other left. Okay, you okay there?
That's funny. I went right.
Does that feel okay there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little resistance here.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you respond to it, okay?
Okay.
Ready, go. Pain? Okay, point your foot right. I'm gonna have you respond to it. Ready, go. Okay, rest. Now let's try that again in a second here. So those felt squishy to me. I don't know if you were trying to give me enough resistance or you were being cautious there. Is that kind of what you were feeling there?
I could give more.
Let's see. I don't like yard, but I want to see if you got response there.
Okay.
So go again left. Hold there. Ready, go. Yeah, a little squishy there.
Okay.
And then right. Ready, go. That feels a little better on that side. Okay, go again left. Oop, oop, not with the knee dive, just the foot. Ready, go. There you go. Nice. Do you ever do tibial mobility drills?
I have, sometimes I do tibialis raises where I've got my back leaned up against the wall and do them like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you start doing 2 things. One is this heel drag to light up the hamstring. Second is it's very gentle. I don't want to overstress anything here. Bend this knee again. So all you're gonna do is a gentle little pull into the table or into the floor, gentle.
Okay.
And then you're gonna spin slowly in.
Like the ankle?
Yep, and then spin slowly out. And then spin slowly in. And spin slowly out. Yes. Again. One more. And rest. Straightforward, right?
Yep.
There's 2 ways you can do this. You can do this one seated, so you can get feedback on the hamstring. So like right here. Yeah, I'll bring you down so you can check this out. Okay, so right here, Yeah, exactly. Yep. And you're just gonna do a little teeny, like down and back with your heel. Yeah, go out a little more this way. Yeah, scoot a little forward there. Little teeny dig. Check this out.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Little dig,
Tighten
and then
it up.
check this out. And I can see you going a little hard there. Go nice and easy on this thing. A little dig. Yeah, beautiful. And can you feel this one getting tighter? And then go the other way. And then that middle one should get a little tighter.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just waking up the stuff that holds and stabilizes your knee. Yeah. See, and then this one gets looser, that one gets tighter. Might be getting a little bit cooked. Yep.
Yeah.
And so the other thing you can feel here, I'll hold you here, but I want you to put your finger right here. So do that little dig again, and then go in, and you'll feel that little bone rotating, and then go out, and you'll feel that little bone rotating. And that's what we're looking for.
That's good, because in the assessment, we didn't get movement out of it.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's nice. Okay, I know you gotta roll. I'm gonna get some videos for you, and then we're gonna call it a day. So I'm gonna have you lay on your back, or sorry, no.